University of Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're led by the amazing commander YAHANNA. And today is the Friday Houston Lashawan Qadash class. We'll go over our language and a few other things, you understand? So we're going to start class off as we always do by going over the alphabet. Yeah. All right, class, repeat after me.
Ah,
Ba,
ba,
ga,
ga,
da,
da,
ha, wa,
wa,
za,
za,
cha,
ga,
ta,
ta,
ya,
ya,
ka,
ka,
la,
la,
ma,
ma,
na,
na,
sa,
sa,
I,
I,
pa,
pa,
to za,
to the,
qua,
qua,
ra,
r,
sha,
sh,
and the.
and th.
Is it? I'm gonna go check outside real quick. All right, in today's lesson, we're gonna go over weather and some of the seasons. So I'm gonna just erase this real quick. Oh, most high Christ. Shalom, never stop. All right. Our first word is cloudy, which in the Hebrew is I-nun. Most high Christ, now I got participators. In the Hebrew is I-nun. And of course, I have a phrase to go with that. And our phrase is, it was a cloudy day. All right. Concept, I don't know, Chloe. All right, so what I'm gonna need is, of course, translate this into paleo, both the word and the phrase. The phrase is za yawam ma'ayin wa none. And also, I need a verbalization. If you could, brother, step on up. You gonna do something?
I was gonna give notes, some paper, to take notes.
How you get in just a second? Go right ahead.
All kinds.
All right. So paleo, and verbalization. You could write it right below it if you could.
That's like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't forget your connectors. And so the phrase is, it was a cloudy day. Za Yawam, Ma'aiwanan.
I would run. Za, Yawam,
Uh-huh.
by.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now Yawam,
Oh, so like, okay, I see. You just wrote it kind of spaced out.
but it's not, is this one word?
Mm-hmm.
Za Yawam?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, it's like. Za.
Ma'aiwanan. One last thing, the verbalization, if you can. Oh, so like, yeah, my apologies, man. This is two different words.
Okay,
So like,
nah,
that's on
no
me though.
stress,
That's
no
on
stress,
me.
right?
Okay, verbalization. If you could, either at the bottom or to the side, whichever you feel. Just make sure you got enough space. You want my eye would not. That's how I cries. All right, once I cries, give the brother a hand. Okay, so what we have here is the word, the verbalization of the word I none, which means cloudy, written in the Assyrian, the Paleo, and also here's the phrase, which is here's the verbalization of the phrase, which is Zayuwama I would none, written in both the Assyrian and the Paleo. I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to write that down or take a picture, do whatever you want to do. Then we're gonna move on. Shalom, sir. See if you got anybody online. Everybody got it? Got it, sis? I know, so we're gonna move on with our next word. Our next word is rain. That ain't a problem. It's usually what comes with cloudiness comes rain. Rain in Hebrew is Gasham. Of course, I have a phrase. The phrase is "It's raining hard outside." All right, the phrase is Yarawak Gasham Kazak Bachawatazak, which means it was raining. It is raining hard outside. I'll see it shine. Step on up, sir. Follow the shine. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, man.
You already had one?
No, I'm like, what?
How's your paleo, sis? We got a chart right here, sis. And of course, I'm gonna walk you through.
Yeah, but you saying the words as if I know.
So, would you need a verbalization?
Yeah.
All right, no sweat. I'll give y'all the verbalization this time.
You do. Well, I actually could, I could write the Gashum on paleo.
All you gotta do. All you gotta do is write in the other one.
No, you writing the word out. So
Shalom, sir. It be like that sometimes. The repetition makes better. You ready, sir?
Yeah, proceed.
Go, concept. All right, y'all, step on up, brother. One more game. Just one more game, brother.
Couple times, sir.
All right, so I already gave you the verbalization of it. You know what I'm saying? So what I need you to do is, of course, translate it to Paleo.
Okay.
Simple.
You go over the homework?
So,
You go over the homework?
live, so I was gonna save it for you.
Well, it was on the board.
I had that time pulled up the class.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It be like that sometimes, brother. This right here is for good show. There you go.
And this is Yahweh Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh Rock. This is all one word right here.
Live. That's why there's a space in between all of them.
So this is this word.
I don't know. You got. What you're doing is translating it into Paleo.
All kind of.
I already gave you the verbalization.
Well, if that first word is Yahweh, the ka is wrong. The ka should be elongated past.
So you absolutely correct. That's good. I was thinking that. Yeah. What?
Should be I forgot what the word looks like.
Yeah, it should be. A what? It should be shorter. So that way you don't get it mistaken for a cut or a run. You know what? Chaza. Bachawataza. See, the brother hand. So what we have right here is the word in the English, word in Hebrew, or the verbalization of the word. It's Assyrian Paleo. We also have a phrase which is "It is raining hard outside," which is Yawarak Sham Kazak Bachawatazak. And with that, we're going to turn the class over to Officer 5000 Tazada.
We are? Okay. All right.
Get my terrible hearing right off the board for me.
Okay. We'll pass that thing up quick.
Behind the back.
It's supposed to be a no-look passing. All right. So, before we escalate, we have one more to go over, which is future tense, because we did past and present already. Hold on 1 second, just grabbing my notes. There we go. Okay. All right. So we are at I thought. All right. I thought is future. That is the last tense that we will be going over today. Well, in this series, because there's only three tenses: past, present, and future. So I thought is Hebrew for future. Literally means things that will be. Come on, brother. You can see the whole board. All right. So it literally means the unseen things that will be or the future. Okay. So, the word that we will use today will be. All right, so the word that we will be translating into future tense will be halak, which means to literally walk or journey. All right, this will be the word that we will be transliterating today into future tense. All right, so just like everything else when we're dealing with future tense, all right, so in present tense, how are we able to identify a word that was present tense? Review. Using your mind. How are you able to establish and know just by looking at the word that it is future tense? Yabakan.
There's a prefix after the first word, not a prefix, but
The first word?
after the first letter, after the ha.
It wouldn't necessarily be a prefix. It would be a "wa" between the first and the second letter. Right? Give that brother a hand. All right. So that's how you're able to establish that the word is present tense. Right? I mean, it's in the midst of, right? It's in the moment. It's in the moment of the word. It's in the middle of the word, right? Okay. So the conjugation would be in the middle of the word, and depending on the conjugation, be middle and at the end, it would have a suffix, correct? All right. So dealing with past tense, how would I know by looking at a root word if the word is past tense? Yeah, because.
It would have the additional word at the end of the word.
All right, yes, it would have the conjugation at the end, right? No difference than putting ed at the end of a word, right? It would have a suffix at the end, letting you know that it's past tense, right? So if present tense is in the midst of the word, past tense is at the end, the suffix is at the end of the word for the conjugation. What would you assume that the conjugation of the word for future tense, where would it take place in the word? Sis?
In the beginning.
In the beginning, give sis a hand. All right. So we have rules. All right. So no, go clap it up, man. You don't gotta stop that thing. Clap it up, man. All right. So we have rules. All right. Okay. Right over here. Rules. Future tense. All right. And if you've been following along, each class, each tense of a word has rules. All right. So, rule number one. All right. Everybody knows I write in shorthand, so I don't like long sentences. All right. Rule number one. All right. We're going to add a I normally do it in different colors so it can pop and stick out. All right, we're going to add a at the beginning. All right, so that's the first rule. All right, so, all right, the verb that we are conjugating is halak. All right, so can someone tell me from previous classes what is first person? What word is first person? You can tell me in English or you can tell me in Hebrew. Sis? It's I, right? I is first person because I'm talking about me. It's my perspective. It's my prerogative, right? Okay. So if first person is I, what is I in Hebrew? Anybody? Sis? No.
What does it say?
Anya.
Anya. Anya.
Oh, it says
That's prefix. Prefix. The word I. All right. The word I in Hebrew is Anya. All right. So, right here. Anya. All right. So, our first rule for future tense, all right, for first person singular, right? I'll add that at the end of this. All right, is to add at the beginning, right? So, if the first rule is to add at the beginning, how would halak be conjugated? Sis? Halak. Give her a hand. All right. Halak. All right. So we've established that the first word is Anya. All right. And we established that Anya means what? I. All right. Okay. Now we have. All right. Now we have Anya Halak. Right. Now we have a prefix at the beginning of the word. Right. So because we're dealing with future tense. Now, one thing that Sis said at the beginning when I said, "What is I in Hebrew?" and she said, "Ah." Technically, she was correct. Right. Okay, so she was correct in dealing with the conjugation of the word in the tense in which we're using it first person, right? Which is I, right? So we have I halak. Sis was correct. Looking at the prefix, I means I, right? So that means that whenever you see a verb conjugated in a sentence with I, right, and there's no anya, right, that's letting you know that it's speaking in first person. Right? It's like prime example. When Moses asked the Lord, "Who do I say that sent me?" Right? And he responded in Hebrew, Ahaya, right? I am that I am. You understand? So Yah, right, is an informal tense of speaking of the Most High, right? Ah is I, right? So, like a person in the Bible that spoke to the Lord informally, that called the Lord Yah, right, instead of Yahweh, was David, right? It's the only person that ever called the Lord Yah, right? And I'm gonna go on a limb. This is hypothesized. This is not in the Bible. But the Lord said that David was a man after his own heart. He was near and dear unto the Lord. The Lord loved him very much, right? So that was the only person in the Bible that refers to the Lord as Yah, right? Which is an informal uh, name of the Lord, right? You know, I'm not gonna call my daddy Walter, right? You know what I'm saying? Or Woody. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? It's disrespectful, right? I mean, unless he's giving me permission to do that. So David probably had some permission to speak to the Lord informally like that, right? So when Moses asked, "Who do I say that sent me?" the Lord said, Ahia, right? I am that I am, right? Because Yah is his informal name, right? And Ah before Yah, right, is I, right? Okay? And then Yah as a suffix is my. I am that I am. I, my. Ahia or Ahia. I am that I am. Okay? All right. So we have a halak, right? Which is speaking towards the person in which that we're speaking in or referencing to, which is first person, right? So we're dealing with future tense, and halak means walk or journey. What would this sentence be conjugated to in English? No. Walking is present tense. Now, all this I does is just it makes a reference to we already have I here, right? So how will we say this in future tense?
Will.
There you go. Get that brother a hand. All right. Will is implied English. All right. Okay. I will walk. All right. So, as Sis so eloquently said earlier, this is first person Singular. All right. Now, what is second person singular? Malakia. If I is first person, right? It's me, my perspective, right? I'm talking, right? What would be considered second person? Get it, brother, hand. That boy in school. That boy learning something. You know what I'm saying? All right. You are absolutely right. All right. You would be second person. Now, curveball, what is you in Hebrew? Go ahead, sis. Thigh. Give sis a hand. All right. Now, okay, let me put this right here. This was for first person singular. All right. So, next rule. Rule number 2, dealing with second person singular. All right. We're going to add a tha at the beginning. All right. Now, just off of what we've understood from the first example, why is tha used at the beginning? I was waiting on you looking at it.
Sir, is a prefix.
All right. But what does the prefix mean?
You or the.
All right. So the, right, is the or the, right, in reference to you, right? So we're talking about the THEE or thou, right, in reference to you, okay? So little bro, Malakia, says second person is you, all right? And your mom helped you out. What is you in Hebrew? Get that, brother. Good. All right. All right, now Malakia. Now with the second rule, all right, for second person singular, all right, we add a the at the beginning for the conjugation of the root word. So if the root word is halak and we add a the at the beginning for the conjugation, what would halak become? It would be what? Not a tha halak. We just add a the at the beginning. Give that brother a hand. All right. All right. All right. And sis already, and sis already said that the means you. All right. Then we have well, I hope your mouth is covered with that one. Boy, got that Ebola. All right. So we got the halak, right? Now, as Yabakan so eloquently said, looking at our prefix board, all right, tha is reference to thou, or thee in reference to you. So all this is letting you know in reference to that this is the conjugation of this verb is in second person, referring to a second person, right? So, so what will this sentence be? Sapar, future tense. You, future tense of walk. Future tense of walk.
Seeing him walk.
That's technically present tense because you're watching him walk, right? The hint is it's right at the top, right above it. It's right above it. Right above it.
Will.
Yeah, get it, brother. In. All right, you will walk. One thing that you don't got to worry about is the end of the sentence. It's going to be the same every time. We'll walk. All right. So, like little bro said, this is second person singular. All right. Take a picture of that before we move on. Matter of fact, I got room. I can do right here. All right. So if I is first person, you is second person, right? So that's me and you, right? What's third person? Put your hand down. So Paul, what's third person?
Third person.
All right. So first person is I.
Right.
Second person is you.
Right.
So me and you is having a conversation. First and second person. All right. What's third person?
The will.
No. Think of a third person, literally, right? So if it's me and you, right, having a conversation, and we're talking about a third person, what's the third person? Give me a gender.
Like we talking about like another male.
Okay, what's another word for male?
Another word for male, man.
No. How would if I asked you who did something, how would you reference? You wouldn't say that male did something. How would you say it?
Oh, I say yeah, Johnny.
No, not Johnny's name. If you didn't know Johnny's name, right? If you were making reference to Johnny, but you didn't know Johnny's name, and he's a male, and I said who did something, what would you say?
Oh, it was that dude over there. I seen that dude over there.
What's another word for dude?
Them cats on the block.
Brother, you so in the spirit. You so spiritual, brother. That is definitely how we would talk in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But, right? So you got male, female, right? What's another word you can say male or female? I, you,
them,
No.
or him.
Him. All right. How else would you say him?
What else would I say? Him.
Yeah. It starts with an H. Shut up.
That's what it is. It starts with an H. Him.
Salaki. It starts with an H.
Him. Have.
No, they have. Have ain't a him.
Have and him. Hey, what the? Like it.
Anybody want to help him out?
I'm lost with it.
Yeah. Block it. He.
He.
Right?
Okay,
If I said
I.U.P.K.
who did it, he did it.
Oh, okay.
Right? Or she did it. Right? Because I and you, me and you are having a conversation. Right? Having a conversation about a third person. Right? That person has a gender. Right? So it's either he or she. Right? That's third person singular. All right? Got it? All right. All right, brother. All right. So, what's he in Hebrew? Ooh.
He in Hebrew.
Ooh, what's he in Hebrew? Dum, 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 dum. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Is what?
Yeah.
That's a prefix. What is the word he in Hebrew? I got what you want.
Yeah.
You close, but that ain't it. Anybody want to help him? You don't know? Jesus. Malakia. Oh, hold on. What's up? What? What? He close. Go ahead. How are I? Goddamn. Now, what you said, Malakia, was she. She is Haya'a. You's close. You's damn close, boy. I'm gonna give your hand just for credit. You know what I'm saying? Just for help, baby. Just for help. All right. So we got Haya'a or Hawa'a, Salakia. Hawa'a is he. That is right, my brother. Hawa'a. That's a little small for the people online. That's that. I'm about to write the third rule. All right. So we got Hawa'a. But yes, this is third person for sure. All right.
So like if we was reading like or for Sabbath service, what would be the proper way to sound that out? Like you said, how I like.
That is the proper way to sound it out.
But I mean like as we reading it, like
it would be Hawa.
Word.
It would be Hawa'a.
So we sound the whole thing out.
So all right. So this is the purpose of connectors, right? But when you get up there and you read Hebrew, right, and you're reading in the Assyrian, there won't be any connectors, right? There actually, when you read Paleo-Assyrian, there aren't any connectors. This is what we put here, just like the ellipse in Yiddish, right, to help you sound things out, right? Because the more and more you see these connectors in reference to words without connectors, the more and more you're better make the correlation, right? So as you're starting out, it may be difficult at first, which is why it's easier for most people when they start to learn the Paleo, because the Paleo have the connectors. But it's very important when you write the Paleo to write the Assyrian together. If you don't do this like this, you'll never learn this, right? The more and more that you see this, it's like muscle memory, right? Like you may not be able to hit 225, but if you're working out with 185 and you doing 6 sets of 10, you'll eventually be able to hit 225, You understand what I'm saying? Right? So that's why when you write your words, you want to write them both together, right? Because as you're reading it, how be like, oh, in this reference, it's how right? Same thing when we're dealing with the past, present, and future tense, right? The reason why we use the 50 most common used nouns and verbs, right? To get your eyes ready to be like, okay, Dawabar, it sounds like Dabar. I know Dabar means word, but Dawabar. Oh, I remember in class when you put a "wa" between the first and the second letter, it's present tense. So this must be the present tense conjugation of the noun. You see what I'm saying? Right. So the more and more you see these words, right, it's easier for you to identify when you get up here and read, right? Because you'll be able to identify Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Asher, right? Debar, Malakwath, right? Okay? Because you see and hear these words over and over and over again, right? So when you see them up there, you be like, oh, that's Yasha'Allah right there. I know that word. You know what I'm saying? That's right. But the reason why, at one point in time, it was not easy. Right. But the reason why it's easy now is because you said it over and over again. You know that word because you say it over and over and over again. Right? So when you read it, it's easy for you to identify because you hear it all the time and you say it all the time. Right? So it's the same thing with new words, right? You have to be able to identify, see it, right? Hear it, and be able to say it. But if you have two of the three, it's easy when you identify the third one. You say, "How? Well, that's he," because you said it out loud and you heard it, right? And you're used to hearing that word. How I learned that word all the times in the Lashawan Qadash class. How means he, right? So when you sound that out, you read that in the Assyrian when you're up here for Sabbath service, right? You'll be able to identify that word now, just like you'll be able to identify Yahweh, Yasha'Allah, so on and so forth. You understand?
All
All
right. Got enough with like, let's say if the word have like 5 letters to it, do we use the connectors the same way?
Again, it's about repetition, right? The only way that you're going to be able to identify if a word has connectors in it is by coming to Lashawan Qadash class, right? So it's like you asking me how to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right? And you just learned how to say super. See what I'm saying? So let's focus on being able to identify super first, right? Being able to say super, being able to write super, right? And then being able, when someone says super, you'd be able to identify it from hearing it and then being able to write it. Then we'll go on to the progression of the words and being able to identify and writing, right? Which is why when you first come to class, we give you the 100 most common used nouns and most 100 common used verbs. So even if you don't necessarily know the word, you can look and go to your sheet and be able to identify and somewhat follow along in class. Because these are the words that we're going to use over and over and over again. And we're going to train it in your mind until you get these 100 common used verbs and nouns. And then one day it'll just click. I promise you, just go along with the process. Okay? All right, no sweat. All right, so we have our third rule, as Sis so eloquently asked. We in third person, so I guess it's the third rule. All right, so, we're dealing with how it means he. So what would you assume we're going to put at the beginning? Look at the prefix board. If Hawa is he, What's going to be the prefix?
Yeah.
Yah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. We are going to add tell you, man, y'all people online, man, y'all be missing my antics. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add a Yah. Yah. I'm gonna add a Yah at the beginning. All right. Say it one more time.
It's like I was just saying, my name is future tense. I think it is. My name
Yeah.
is future tense.
Your name means he will be tested.
I'm just now realizing that for some reason. I mean, I knew that was my name, but I didn't know it was future tense. I thought it was always being tested.
No.
And that makes it seem like one time I will be tested.
No, brother.
Continuously.
Oh, man.
Brother, you in truth.
Calm
No, you right, sis. You know, I don't know what that brother's thinking. The Lord said, if a man chooses to serve the Lord, prepare our soul for temptation. You thought it was just one test, nigga? No, hell no. You gotta get past all your demons. You got a legion in you. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? All right. Yes, your name is future tense. Yabakan. Mm-hmm.
You excluded, you know, that's not your name.
Facts. Facts.
The heaviest.
Right. We the Bacanium. You know what I'm saying? We all tested. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh man.
Y'all about to cunning.
Oh man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Bop, bop. Hmm. 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 All right, so we have the first word as which we have established means he. All right, and then we have I didn't even ask I would be conjugated to. That's all right. All right, then we have the conjugation of halak. All right, which is what the hell am I doing? Your halak. All right, which means sabar. What does your halak mean?
Yeah, Allah.
Put the sentence together. He future tense of halak. Future tense of walk, brother, or journey.
He walked.
That's past tense.
Fast.
It's the same as before.
Walking.
It's the same as before.
It's like he will walk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give that brother a hand. All right. Now, this is going to be addendum added on to this rule. All All right, so I'm gonna put masculine. All right. So for the feminine, it's gonna be similar to the masculine. All right. Just gonna put a plus sign right here. Yeah, I got that part. All right. Going to add. All right. This is the only time this means this. Yeah, that's right. All right. So this is the only time that this happens. All right. You got two that mean the same thing. All right. Gonna put the. At the beginning, and then we got a curveball. All right. Gonna put ha at the end for feminine. All right. Okay. Now, Malakia, what's she in Hebrew? The one you said the first time. No. Nope. That ain't what you said. No. Mm-mm. You said it starts off the same, but the middle part is what's different. Ha. Huh?
Ha.
No. That's the end. It's something in the middle. So it's ha. Go ahead and help him out, Yamakan. Hiya. That's right, brother. That's right. Hiya. All right. All right. Now, for feminine, all right, we add a th at the beginning of the word and a h at the end of the word. So how will we conjugate halak? Yabakan, give it a shot. You add a th at the beginning of the word and attach a h at the end of the word of halak. Give it a shot.
Halakha.
Say it again.
Halakha. Yeah.
No. Say it one more time. How you said it the first time?
Halakha.
Yeah, that's correct. Just that's that Midwest. You know what I'm saying? The halakha. All right. So we add the at the beginning, at the beginning. All right. So we got it's like it. All right, which means she, as Malakia so eloquently stumbled upon it earlier. All right. Then we have all right. Then we have the halakha, right? Which means that she will walk this way, talk this way. All right. Take a picture of that before we move on.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
It's repeating the sheet. Yeah.
What you saying, she?
What's it? Yaha.
Ha-ya-ah.
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 Also the other way around.
Okay, so we read from Hebrew is from right to left.
Right.
It's not, we don't do, English is left to right. All right. So the reason why I have the phonetics written up under it, because the word is ha-ya-ah, the-ha-la-ka, right? I just have it written phonetically like this under it, right? But it's still from right to left. And this is just for phonetic purposes. I mean, you can read this from left to right, but you read Hebrew from right to left. Okay? All right? Everybody got that? I see you over there still jotting down with the dribble scribbles. You got everything, sis? All right, right on. She said, I'm on to the next one. You need to hurry up. All right. We getting on to the pluralities of the situation. All right. Okay. So if I is first person, you is second person, he and she is third person. Curveball, baby. What's first person plural? Huh? It's what? Get it, brother, a hand, boy. That boy a genius right there, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That boy gonna build us a chair. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? All right. So next up we have we. All right. Now, Tapar, do you understand why we is first person plural?
Because it could be more than one individual.
Okay, yes, that makes it plural, right? But what's first person?
First person is I.
I, right? Now this is first person plural, which is we. Why is we first person plural? Because I'm
Because of me,
is
myself, and I.
that's three of the same damn people, man.
Like, or like you said, like for example, like me and Yapaka, like we.
Okay, all right. Let's stay in that scenario. All right. So you get an example of you and Yabakan, right? Okay. You is I is you. I don't want to confuse you. Okay. All right. So I and Yabakan, that makes we, right? So that means the reason why it's first person plural is because what's included in we,
Me,
which is
I.
get it. That's what I'm talking about, goddammit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. All right. So that's why it's first person plural, because I am including myself in us. We.
Which makes we.
Right. First person plural. Right? Because I'm including myself. I'm in the crowd. All right. We was doing something. You know what I'm saying? I can say because I got first person knowledge. So I can say we. I was there, nigga. It's like, you know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. All right. So this one ain't up on the board, so you can't cheat. All right. What is we in Hebrew? Ooh, it ain't on the board, Negro, so you can't cheat. I just said that. I just said that. It ain't on the board, so you can't cheat.
I think I know
What is it?
it? It is. It's Noah, right?
It is Anak Noah. That is correct. All right. So if Anak Noah is we, what you think gonna be the prefix?
Noah.
No, it ain't gonna be Noah. Noah would be if you put it on the end in its past tense, but a portion of that is a part of it. Where's Noah? I said Noah. You said Noah, right?
Oh.
All right. What's the first part of Noah?
Nah.
All right. Okay. So rule number 4. All right. Rule number 4. All right. Rule number 4. We gonna add. Nah. Getting jiggy with it. Right? We gonna add that. Nah. At the beginning. All right. And Yabakan, you said we is what in Hebrew?
Noah.
Anak Noah. Anak Noah. So, according to our rule, Yahawakan, we add a "na" at the beginning of the conjugation of the root word halak would make halak
Nahalak.
nahalak. That's what I'm talking about. Give that brother a hand. All right. So we have not. Well, that is an ugly seat, boy. All right, we have anak nawa, which is first person plural. As the parcel eloquently said, is we because I'm included in we, right? Okay, that's first person plural. And then we have nice. All right, and we have nahalak, right? Which is the featured tense of the conjugation of we, right? So it is we will walk. All right. Okay. If we is first person plural, what's second person plural?
Now, they.
Nah. What's second person?
Oh, it's you,
Second person is you. So what's second person plural?
y'all.
Y'all. Well, that boy a southerner now. He ain't no city slicker no more. He ain't from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? That boy ain't say you all. He said y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was the draw at the end of y'all. He dropped that jaw. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That is absolutely correct. Get that brother a hand. All right. Now, just like getting a little low on room. Well, you know, I could do 5 and then 6, 7 right here. All right, y'all do that. All right. So 5. It's 5 gonna be long as you got. All right. So the first part. All right. All right. So you add the just like for a second person. wa, at the end. Now, pay attention, right? So for second person, you just had, for second person singular, you just had the at the beginning, right? Now, for third person singular feminine, you had the at the beginning and ha at the end, right? For second person plural, you still have the first rule, which is the at the beginning, but it's wa at the end because of what?
It's like I said, at the end. Is.
So that means that the y'all that we were talking about is what?
Masculine.
It's masculine. We're talking about a group of men, right? Talking about y'all. Y'all over there. Y'all niggas. Right there on that side of the room. We're talking about y'all. Okay. All right. So what is y'all masculine in Hebrew? Malaki. What's okay? What's you in Hebrew? No, you. We just said it earlier. Okay, at the end of the salute, I say, Shalom Yahweh Shem Baraka Tha. That's you, right? So how do I say a Tha to a group of men? What? Give that brother a hand. A thumb. All right. Now, Malaki. So for the rule for a thumb, which is y'all, talking about a group of men, we add a the at the beginning of the verb, and we add a wa at the end of it. So how would that conjugate halak? What? Not a the halakwa. The is at the beginning and wa is at the end. Not a the, just the. Give that brother a hand. All right, so we have a thumb, which is you all, but in the South, we say y'all, all right? Dealing with a group of men, masculine, right? And then the rule is that we add a the and a wa, the at the beginning and a wa at the end of halak for the conjugation of the word, which, as Malachi said, so eloquently gives us the halak wa. All right, now, Sapar. All right, if a thumb is you all or y'all for a group of men, what is you all or y'all for a group of sisters?
Sisters is
Think about sisters. Luke.
a thigh.
No, a thigh is singular.
Shamar Atha.
If a thumb is to brothers, what is it for sisters?
I don't know.
All right, Yeshaya.
No,
It's a thun. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan. Bashim Yahweh. All right. You didn't say no a thun. You said a thigh.
A thigh?
Yeah.
Shamar Atha.
I mean, did I hear wrong? I thought you said a thigh.
one has an N, one has an H.
Yeah, a thun. I said a thun. A thun. All right. So this is a continuation of 5. I'm putting it up here. Damn. I might be able to fit it down here. I'm gonna put M right here. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna put a double line, right? Double line mean add thud at the beginning. I'm just gonna write it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's the same thing.
Right. All right. And I'm just gonna put the right on there. And the at beginning.
That's it. B-E-G.
And thud big. All right. And then you're gonna add na at end. All right. For the feminine. All right. So, Sapar, what is you all or y'all in Hebrew for women? You just said it. Come on. You got it.
A thun.
A thun. A thun. Make sure you put enunciation on the on. A thun.
A thun.
There you go. There you go. So, Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashim Yahweh Shah.
Shamar Atha.
No, Shamar
Shamar
Yahweh
Yahweh
Al
Al
Athan.
Al Athan.
It ain't Al. Shamar.
How is Shamar?
I'm sorry, Yahweh Shamar. Yahushua Shalom, Yahushua Alathan by Hashem Yahushua.
Alathan Bahashim Yahabashah.
Come. The water, sis. All right. So we have a done. All right, then we gonna add that the so Sapar. Before I write it. All right. So the conjugation for the male, we added the at the beginning and a what at the end. For the women, we're gonna add that gave us halakwa. All right. For the women, we add a at the beginning and a nun at the end. So how would you say halak now?
The halak.
At the beginning and na at the end.
So the halak na.
Give that brother a hand.
Halak na.
So we have a thon. Right, which is you all, or as we say in the South, y'all, dealing with the feminine. All right, and as the rule says, we add a the and a na at the end. We write in red, Sasda. We write in red. All right, the halakna, which means you all or y'all will walk. All right. I believe we just have two more. Yes, we do. All right. So for the last rule, all right. Well, lastly, what is so we got first person plural, we got second person plural, right? Now, Sapar, what's third person plural? So second person plural is you all or y'all. All right. Okay. So we and y'all talking about
Them.
my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Give my nigga a hand. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Now, what's them or they in Hebrew? We got an acronym in Texas for them.
I know now. It's like, can I say it?
Oh yeah.
Is it Han?
Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's for the women.
Oh,
Right? So you got one of them. We ain't gonna say what the acronym means. Just know in Texas, if you call it a Han or Han Solo,
Yeah.
that ain't a good thing. All right. So, what type of sandwiches we don't eat?
oh. Ham.
Ham.
Oh, ham.
It's gonna be ham, right? I just said that to make you make your brain juices. You know what I'm saying? Walk around. All right. So the masculine is going to be ham. The feminine is han.
Han, like Han and Hum.
Ham and han. Han and ham. That's right, brother. All right. So the rule, brother, you learning, brother. Just keep coming every day. See, he gonna be like that brother right there. He ain't even got his paper. He just remember. He just remember. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like Mufasa talking to Simba. Remember. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna remember, brother. Don't remember. All right. So rule number 6. Rule number 6. Numero 6. All right. So gonna add. I'm just gonna write it. I'm tired of writing these letters. Right. Gonna add a Yah at the beginning. All right. And then you gonna add a wa. At the end. All right. Y'all take a picture of this real quick. So I'm gonna erase it. Take a picture for your records. And if you're taking pictures, what? Can't see what? I'm not
I'm looking at the application.
Oh, my bad, sis. Damn. I'm gonna stand over here. Y'all be kind of taking pictures. All right. If you're taking pictures, make sure you go home and write the notes.
Oh, God, sir.
No, okay. All right. Have a phone full of photos, no application. You know what I'm saying? The boy be like, hey, once he go back to his photo album. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for you, Professor number 2. That kind of rhymes. Same thing for you, Professor number 2. All right. All right. So we're going to erase this right here. Going to start this thing off right. In the house tonight. Yeah. 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 All right. Okay. Now, Sapar, what did we say? The masculine, they or them is?
Hum.
My nigga. All right. All right. Now, the rule is we're going to add a ya at the beginning and a wa at the end of halak. So what would that word be? Malakia. Yahalakwa. You know what I'm saying? That sound like a fine name. You know what I'm saying? Well, it would probably have to just be Yahalak. He will walk. You know what I'm saying? He will journey, he will walk, same goddamn thing. Look at him. Semantics. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Or if your name was Yahalak, you know what I'm saying? You can call your house Yahalakwa, they will walk. And that's cold right there. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're going to add the Yah at the beginning. And we're going to add the Wa at the end. That's wrong. All right. So we got which means they or them, masculine. All right. And we got Yahalakwa, which is they or them will walk. All right. All right. And then for the feminine, repeat number 5, feminine. All right. Sabar, what is they or them feminine?
They are them. Definitely.
A slang we got in Texas. If is for the masculine,
It's, uh, um,
I give you a hint.
Han.
I was about to say he was in Star Wars. Han Solo. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. All right. So we're repeating the feminine for step 5, which is a the at the beginning, because if you remember, right, for she, we added a the at the beginning. All right. All right. And we add a na at the end. All right. Which will read on, which is they or them feminine, the halakna, which is they will walk. All right, addressing a group of women. All right, now homework. Homework is for your benefit. All right. Professor number 2, give me a word from the 100 most used verbs. Do-doonch. Do-doonch, do-doonch, do-doonch. Do-do-do, do-do-do.
Deliver.
What?
Deliver.
Okay, what's the
Not
word?
dissolve.
Huh?
Not dissolve.
Not to solve. All right. The homework is that you will follow the rules for future tense for first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural for the word natazal, which means deliver. You will write it in Paleo and Assyrian. You will basically follow the rules that you did for halak or natazal, right? And you will be writing the future tense of natazal or deliver. That is the homework. It is for your benefit to do the homework. All right. And the youngest man here, that would be Sapar. We will pass the class over to Officer Sapar. Get that brother hand. Grab the announcements, brother. You know what I'm talking about? Do 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 do. There we go. Go and grab both of them things, man. All right, brother.
We on the I.S.U.P.K.
Hold on, let me give you some volume, man. They ain't gonna be able to hear you all the way over there, doctor. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, their teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment.
according to the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara,
Ma'ishra.
Ma'ashara,
Ma'ishra.
Ma'ashara,
Ma'ishra.
Ma'ashara, Salakia. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Feast of Dedication, the 25th day of the 9th month, by the span of 8 days. And we got so what day is gonna be? Saturday, December the 17th, 2022, by the span of 8 days, according to 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And this concludes the security announcement.
All right, brother. All right. With that, Abajah, which means to stand in Hebrew. All right. Sar, which means to turn. All right. We are going to face east towards the Temple of Jerusalem so that our prayers can be heard. All right, we're going to say the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English. Repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Qadash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh. Balat with Ka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kowa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Gatalanawa. Lacham. Call Yawam, Wasalachnawa, Kabawathinawa, Kasalachnawa, Kabawathinawa, Wala'ah, Kabia Ayanawa, Manasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Ayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'Allah, Wahata Para, La'awalamyum, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sar, turn and face the front. We're going to give the courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sister, men of Israel. By the Shabbat, Bajim, Ra, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Brakatah. Got the top. Sar, turn and face the sister, men of Israel. By the Shabbat, Bajim, Ra, Yahweh Shemar, Thah, Bashim, Yahweh Shah. Yadam Tah, dismiss.